Hi, my name is Álvaro Graña and I work as a volunteer at Carriers of Hope, a charity which supports refugees, asylum seekers and economic migrants in Coventry since 2009. I am the Health and Safety Officer of the charity. Now, the majority of our members and members of staff and volunteers, both, are involved in carrying and lifting objects of all sizes and weight. For example, furniture, sofas, wardrobes, beds, fridges, washing machines, as well as small items like crates of food in tins, which is quite heavy, or smaller things but in quantities like towels and bedding, pushchairs, etc. Much more than that, but essentially, just as an example, that is what it is. We get donations from our supporters and we give all these donations to our members, to our clients, for free. In a nutshell, this is the aim of the charity. Now, this is a presentation, kind of workshop, on the topic of safe manual handling. And remember, this is under the umbrella of health and safety. It is extremely important to take this very seriously and cautiously. We shall see why. Now, the aim of safe manual handling is, in very few words, to help prevent manual handling injuries in the workplace. That's, in a nutshell, that is what it is. Now, to define what safe manual handling is, the regulator of manual handling of the UK defines manual handling as moving, carrying, lifting, pushing or pulling something from A to B. What there is the size and shape of those items. There can be small items such as a toaster or a kettle, or you can have large items like a sofa, which has a very uneven shape, or a fridge or washing machine with a very slippery kind of surface. Why is important manual handling? People get injured. In 3 words, that is the reason why it's so important. People get injured when lifting incorrectly. A staggering 6.6 million working days were lost due to muscular and skeletal disorders or problems in the UK in 2017-2018. Now, I want you to listen to these very important statements here, and that will give you an idea how important it is as well. It is not only what you carry. What you carry could be important, of course, but it's not only what you carry, but how you carry that matters. The other one, it is not about whether you can carry something heavy on your own, but whether you should. People encounter manual handling challenges in all industries, regardless of what they do. We must take this very seriously and cautiously at all times. Now we come to the nitty-gritty of manual handling. There are mainly 4 steps. First step, planning. Planning ahead. Second step, lifting from floor or from a middle distance to standing position. Third, carrying, moving with the load. And the fourth one, lowering, getting the load to its final position. Now, let's look at planning. Always plan ahead before lifting any object. The first action or consideration in planning is know what you are lifting. You need to sort of kind of touch it or move it to see how heavy it is or whatever, and also how you will lift it. Second, examine the load by its size, by its shape, and most importantly, by its weight. Another one, is the object difficult to grasp? If it is, then you probably need some gloves which have good grip. The next one is, if the object is too tall and you are carrying it and it's blocking your vision, then you will need some help. Ask for help, ask for someone to guide you. The other one is about the distance. Assess the distance. Is it short? Is it long? Is it winding? Examine the distance and also consider whether you can shorten that distance. The next one is check the route or the pathway, as we say. Where are you going? The pathway has to be kind of checked if you have, for example, a wet surface somewhere, if it's flat, if there are steps, if it's clear of obstacles and debris or other hazards. Another one, the object could be very large and very heavy. A good idea would be if you can actually break it down. If it's a chest of drawers, you can take the drawers out and take the drawers separately from the rest. Or if it's a bag, you can actually make two bags out of one big one. So that facilitates things. It is definitely better to have two smaller loads than one very large load. The next one, decide whether you need a trolley or another aid. If you need a trolley, make sure it's actually there, handy, and it's not left in the warehouse or left in the van, wherever you are actually using to transport things. And the last one, from the planning side of it, is know your limits. Take extra care with very difficult tasks. The first of the actions to consider, make sure that your balance is good. Your feet need to be separated the same width of your shoulder. Second consideration, bend your knees, or down, bend your knees. Do not stoop. Your back has to be as straight as possible. It doesn't need to be vertical. You chin up and look forward. The next one is firm hold. A good grip is very important. Using your palms and your fingers. If you need a pair of gloves, use them. When you're ready, if you are low down, push with your legs. Use your thighs, which are the stronger muscles of your body. Load close to your body. The load needs to be as close to your body as possible all the time. It's just to give you more stability. You breathe in just before lifting, and you breathe out as you lift. That's very important. And of course, the end of the section of lifting is the actual lift. What you have just seen is the basic lift technique, which is a two-point contact with the floor. The power lift is only for lifting very heavy loads, It's also a two-point contact with the floor, your feet. Why is that important? Because in this case, the power lift, what it does is shifts your center of gravity forward. To compensate, you push your buttocks out like professional weightlifters. They use this technique. Now, the actions in considerations of this power lift is 1, the wide stance, we've seen that before. 2, back straight, buttocks out, bend knees. 3, move as close to the object as possible, get a good grip. Number 5, you do the actual lift. Load close to your body, extend your legs, buttocks out, breath out as you lift. The tripod lift, that's for objects with uneven weight distribution. This is a 3-point contact with the floor. An example of something like you pick up which is uneven distribution, a sack of potatoes. The stages are: number 1, position one knee close to the object. 2, grasp object firmly. 3, slide the object towards the knee on the ground to mid-thigh. Head forward, back straight, buttocks out. Then lift the object to the opposite thigh. Then hug the object close to your stomach and chest. Then prepare for the lift and do the lift. Those are the 3 lifts: basic lift, power lift, tripod lift. Now, the third step is carrying, moving with the load. The object here, number 1, is the object has to be close to your body. We've seen that before. The second one is move smoothly and slowly, but with confidence. The third, don't twist your body while you're moving. The next one is, if you can't see, the load is actually blocking your view, ask for help. Number 5 is, if you need to stop to get a better grip or to rest, put the load down, readjust and start again. Never lift or handle more than you can easily manage. The last step is lowering to its final position. You need to consider, first of all, to lower the load, the opposite movements as when you do the basic lift, really. Bend your knees, don't stoop, back straight. The second one is to put the load on a bench or shelf, put the load on the edge, then slide or push into position the load. It's much easier. Do not overreach or stretch. And this is the last step. Now we're going to talk about team lifting. It must be coordinated. The first thing to consider is if the weight, shape or size of the object makes it difficult for one person. Ask for help. The next thing to consider is one person should be responsible to coordinate the action of the lift. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! If one person lifts too soon, the load gets shifted and the other person may get injured. Now I'm going to give you a summary of the whole workshop. Number 1, plan ahead. Very early. Know what you're doing. Before lifting, plan ahead. Make sure pathways are cleared, no obstacles, no debris, no hazards. Check the distance, and do you need a trolley? If you need a trolley or another aid or another person to help you, be sure you get that organized. Second, when lifting or lowering, bend your knees, don't stoop, back straight, good grip. If you need gloves, use them. Breathe in before the lift. Breathe out as you lift. Number 3, in the last one, never lift more than you can easily manage. Finally, everything that has been said today is designed to protect your lower back. The most common injury is to your lower back. Thank you for listening. Take care and goodbye.